I do now. Okay. Are we doing it? Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're claps. All right, 1, 2,
2,
3.
3. Okay.
Right on.
We did it.
So how's it shaking? How's life with you currently at the moment?
I'm good. I have a
Good?
job now.
Oh, cool.
I had a job the last
Um,
time I was on, but it was a different job. And then I didn't have a
oh,
job.
and now we've gone full circle between not having a job and having a job,
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
employed.
How about you?
um, I am not employed currently, and it's starting to become a little bit of a problem because, um, believe it or not, when you spend money but don't have an income, the amount of money you have, it goes down, and to a point where you will eventually have no money. So I'm living in that reality right now, but
It's fucked up how that
keep
happens.
yeah. But I'm sure things will shake out as
Yeah.
they are wont to do. Um, so that's all very, very exciting. um,
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited. We'll get into the actual meat of the movie in a bit, but I'm excited to talk about this movie specifically because A, I did not listen to the episode that you were on when it was just you and
Oh.
Luna talking about ginger snaps, and B, I've not seen this movie before. And C, the only thing I knew about it was werewolves, and I guess that's all I really needed to know about it, but um,
Yeah.
it's been an experience. So that's pretty much the highlight of my day so far, is just trying to process this whole film through the lens of
Okay.
someone who has no context for what they're
Yeah, it's gonna
experiencing.
be interesting. Also, I have to warn you, Peggy is being, that's my cat, is being, she's talkative right now. She's been peeping. And she's here.
Mm. Oh. Well, when I have Seda on for the Wonder Yerks, Gerald is also very loud, so I don't think anyone will be miffed by the fact that there are cat noises.
Yeah.
But that being said, welcome to Fear Baiting, everyone. Your number one podcast for um, oh god, there's how do you concisely describe this, because it's more than just werewolves, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's psychiatric
it's
problems.
the girl interrupted of werewolves. Yeah?
I don't know. I don't know what Girl Interrupted is.
Oh, it's the Winona Ryder movie where she's like in like a yeah, psychiatric institution or something like that. So,
Oh.
but anyway,
I'll pretend I
it's
know who
got like
she is.
a similar vibe, but it's like shittier. It's like the shittier, like a horror movie version of that.
Yeah.
Um, but oh, names, because we just are talking. I'm Blair, and with me, I have a guest,
Luca.
Luca. Hey, Luca, welcome back. Um, it's fun because the last time you were here, like I said before, I wasn't on, and now this time you're here, Luna isn't on because, spoiler alert, she broke her goddamn leg.
Yeah.
um,
And I
it
initially
happens. You
made
know what?
plans to do this one with Luna because we did the last one together, but
Yeah,
it's
and now
fine.
no, it's fine. I think honestly, I think it's better this way because now you get two different perspectives coming in to discuss this movie franchise. Um, I will
Yeah.
probably have less informed things to say about it, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
I feel like I got the gist of it just through like context clues. I wasn't
you would
floundering
be
or anything,
surprised.
but
The first movie was quite different.
oh
I
yeah,
think tonally, but we'll get into
Okay.
that.
What was different about it?
It was a lot more humorous, I would say, and
Oh, sure.
kind of like a sort of goth teenager joking around way,
Sure, sure.
and it's a
Yeah,
little
this one
bit
had a sense of
more
humor, but it was
adult.
like, yeah, this one had a sense of humor, but it was a lot more like gallows humor. Like,
Yeah, I
it
mean, there
was
was a
like,
lot of gallows
I don't
humor in
know.
the first one, but it was definitely like, well, the sisters, their relationship was that they were like close, and they would take photos of each other in positions that looked like they were dead for
Oh, sure.
fun. They were just like, okay, we're gonna do death photos all the time, and they would
Hmm.
just talk about how they were gonna die together or whatever, but like
Hmm.
in a casual way, a teenager
Like
way.
sisters do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Swag.
And this
Yeah.
movie is
So, and
definitely
this one
more
was like,
like, oh, I am definitely going to die, or I'm going to turn into a monster way. And
hmm
yeah.
yeah. So we watched Ginger Snaps 2, and
Unleashed.
the vibe I got from this movie was like this. It wanted to be like a CW like paranormal TV show,
Oh
but
my
only had like,
gosh.
because I don't know, it felt like, if I don't know if you got this vibe from it, but it didn't, like, plot was kind of like a background concern for it. Things just sort of happened, you know?
Yeah, it was like a road
Um,
trip, which it
yeah,
was
it was.
partly.
Yeah. It was like, it was, I don't know, it's just like, it was hard to track the trajectory of these characters because it's not like they did things happened to, I don't know, it's just
It was interesting.
it was a strange experience. Because it probably has to do with the fact that I'm coming into the movie with next to no context. But we
I
open up
mean,
on,
yeah. It
yeah,
is different though, so.
yeah, yeah. Because we open up on our protagonist, the sister of the titular Ginger in the last
Mhm.
movie. I figured that one out.
Yeah.
Um, Bridget. She's shooting up with Wolfsbane, I guess,
Yep.
because she's. So here's what I pieced together that happens in the last movie. She infects herself with her sister's blood to stop
Mhm.
her from doing bad things as a werewolf, and then kills her with a knife.
Yes, that
So
did happen at the end of the first one.
cool, got it in one. So she's having visions of her sister now, which was confusing for me for a while because I was like,
Yeah, who
who's
dat?
this other person?
It was kind of nice to me because I like Ginger as a character. She was like such a bitch, but I loved her. And it
Hmm.
was good to have her around, even if she's just in like Bridget's mind, like, hey, you're turning into a werewolf, dude. Like, you're
Yeah,
turning into a werewolf. I'm here to
yeah.
remind you.
That's basically all she was there for.
Yeah.
Just be like, context. This is werewolf stuff happening. Um, yeah. So Bridget's shooting up with Wolfsbane. A library. So there's a lot of things going on in this first like 10 minutes that I just don't understand. Because there's a library dude. Who I am assuming was part of the first movie because I didn't recognize
No.
him and he didn't hardly have any
He
like sort of
was
introduction.
completely irrelevant. He was just there to be like a dude at her.
Okay, so he's like duding, and she's in this like motel room, and then he comes in and sees her like shooting up and like having a bad reaction to it, to the like poison she's putting inside of her body.
Yeah.
Shocking. She would have a bad reaction to that. And pulls her into the car, and then a different werewolf other than her,
Yeah.
attacks him.
And gets
And
him.
I guess that's the main antagonist of the movie, is just this random other werewolf. Um,
Yeah, like
and
about that, my theory is that this werewolf is actually a guy that Ginger infected in the first
mm,
movie. It's not ever
mm,
explicitly said, but like Bridget tests out the Wolfsbane on him first when he like
oh sure,
confronts her at one point in the movie, and he just sort of stops and like turns away and stops being freaky about it. But like as we find out in this movie, like the wolf's bane is just temporary. So obviously it didn't
Sure,
last
yeah.
forever. So it's probably
Right, yeah.
him.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna put my full weight behind that theory that
And all
you
you need to know
developed
about
there.
him is he's a
Um,
douchebag, which hasn't changed since he became a
cool.
werewolf.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that most, if not all, men in these movies seem to be douchebags. If not all
Absolutely.
characters in these movies seem to be bits of douchebags. You know, um,
Yeah.
no one's particularly nice to one another.
No, not
um,
really.
yeah. so 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 this library dude gets attacked. Bridget like stumbles out of the car and then collapses into a snowbank.
Yep.
Um, and then she wakes up in a hospital, and she's like, oh, "Okay." So she's in like this rehab facility, I guess. Um, and she's like, "Oh," they think she's like addicted to some like substance, and like she's got like blood on her face, and they're like, it's from those wounds. And they didn't find the horribly mutilated body of the library dude.
I
I
guess
guess
not.
probably because, yeah, it seems like, especially when there's snow on the ground, it seems like a hard thing to miss. Um, but because even if the werewolf dragged the body off, there'd be like a streak of blood on the ground, right?
You would
I don't
think.
know. I guess it's
It
not
kind
about.
of begs the
Yeah, but like
question
you would
of
think.
whether or not, like, Bridget did hallucinate that and she was just concerned about the werewolf at the time.
Interesting. I guess that's a possibility too. Um,
Not that it makes a whole lot of
Yeah, because
difference.
it just, yeah, it never comes up again. So I guess, it's just like everyone's just like whatever. Um, so she gets a tour of the whole place, um, and is introduced to like the other main character of this movie, a young girl named Ghost, or nicknamed Ghost or something like that, whose mother was not mother, grandmother was like horribly burned and was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And she's just like chilling with her grandma because she's like a child or whatever. A really
Yeah.
indeterminate age. Like I was hard. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was really hard for me
I'm
to figure out, like, how old Ghost was, and especially when she, like, got in the car and started driving, and I was never sure
right.
if she was just, like, a kid who was extremely independent or, like, a teenager, like, I wouldn't say 16, maybe.
Right.
Even though she's,
I would
like,
say 16 max probably.
yeah.
For age. Yeah, because she's wearing sweaters all the time that like I'm pretty sure were like purposefully chosen to make her seem younger than she was or something like that.
Yeah, and she's always, like, climbing
It's
around in the ducks and, like, wearing pigtails, and she seems very young, but also not a whole lot about her is as it seems.
she's a mysterious character. Uh,
She's Ghost.
there's layers, I guess.
Can I just say I love Ghost?
Me too. I really enjoyed her. I actually think her actress performance was like this one of the strongest in the movie. I was really impressed by
Yeah.
like how she like delivered lines and like how she like physically acted too. It was fun. It was fun to watch her. And I mean, there was as far as acting goes, there was no one I was like super turned off by. But
Yeah, they were all fine.
I think Ghost definitely had the strongest performance. So Ghost says something to Bridget which makes her freak out. Something about like torturing the people who live here or something like that.
Oh yeah, and she's
and
like,
like
okay, bye, and then she just tries to
Yeah.
escape.
she's like trying to like be normal about this whole thing, and then Ghost says this thing to her, and she's like, "All right," and then
She's
rips
like,
her IV
time to
out
bounce.
and runs in the opposite direction.
This is not a really well managed facility, and it becomes more evident later as like half the building is like under construction. There's shenanigans, but she gets pretty far, and I've been institutionalized. You would not get that far. You would make it to an elevator and be tackled by 5 people before you got that far.
Right, yeah. It seems
like there's like 2 guys there.
Yeah. It's shockingly understaffed. Half of this like facility is shut down, more than half of it. It's just a kind of a bad scene all over the place. Like,
Yeah, and
uh,
it's been said by one of the characters that they get funding by converting half the place into a unit for burn victims, which is why Ghost is there.
hmm it's a real wholesome environment.
Yeah. Yep.
um, but so the main conflict of this like arc of the movie is the fact that Bridget needs her like wolfsbane, or else like she's gonna turn into a werewolf.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, "Oh, it's the substance you're abusing because you're like like addicted to it." And she's like,
Yeah.
"No, like people are gonna die, and so am I probably." um,
Yeah.
so that's like the thing. And then like there's this whole thing about like sexual tension with like the orderlies and stuff, and like people like the other like patients like going
Mm-hmm.
down on them and shit for like drugs, and it's like, all right, it's like a whole I don't know, this section of the movie is just like a whole thing. It's just
Yeah.
like it seems like the story takes a halt just to exist in this moment, and which is strange because like the story just started, but like
Yeah.
things don't really start happening until like later after like
I guess the purpose
Ghost.
of it is to just explore the, I suppose, sexual part of the transformation, which is a part
Sure.
of the first movies that Ginger get horny. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a whole
Mm.
scene where they're like meditating, and
Oh my
like
gosh.
the this lady is trying to walk them through like a meditation sequence about like becoming a different person or starting over, and then it turns like halfway into like, I don't know, sex ASMR or something.
Yeah. Like group masturbation or whatever.
Yeah, and then Bridget
Um,
like realizes that her hand is a werewolf hand and she screams, and it turns out she was just like, that was in her head.
yeah. That
That was a
when
really uncomfortable scene.
yeah, when that started okay, so when that started happening, like I didn't process that this was like supposed to not actually be happening. So I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell kind of like shit are they running here? Like
What
what?
new age
But
shit
like
is this?
but everyone's like getting off like it's totally normal to do it in a group of people,
Just
and
yoga
Bridget's
jacking off.
yeah, Bridget's the only one who's like kind of hesitant about it, but then eventually she's like, "All right, sure." I mean, what tipped me off eventually was like the fact that like the person running it was like talking about like tearing flesh from bodies and shit, and I'm like, that doesn't seem.
Yeah.
I can suspend my disbelief so far, but that
Yeah.
doesn't seem quite
That's
right
not
there.
everybody's kink.
No, no. Um,
Yeah.
so so Bridget be horny.
Bridget be horny.
Bridget be horny. Um,
Bridget need her wolfsbane.
yes, she does. Um, there's a lot of like there's like a lot of self mutilation in this movie. Like I kind of was not anticipating as much as there was, but it just kind of happens.
I
Like
wasn't either because it wasn't a huge part of the first movie, but it makes sense in the context of Bridget trying to time how long it takes her to heal from injuries
yeah,
as a way of testing like how close she is to the transformation, so to speak. Which is like her only way of like knowing without just like full on the ears and the hair and stuff happening.
yeah, yeah. Um, so we also learn about Ghost is that she has like secret comics, like horror comics,
Secret
hidden
comics.
yeah, hidden behind the vent in her grandma's like room. We also get some visual hints that her grandma is like afraid of Ghost because like every
Yeah, she
time
keeps reaching for the emergency call button.
yeah, yeah,
And Ghost just like
um,
pushes her little bed away from it. Just kind of
yeah,
scary.
yeah, yeah. Ghost rules, but also is a kind of an intimidating figure.
Yeah.
So she's like into like all these horror comics and like the supernatural and stuff. So she like almost immediately clocks like Bridget as a werewolf because she overhears the staff talking about like the drugs they found on Bridget,
They're
and
like,
it
this is
being
not a
like,
drug at all. This is just poison. It's just wolfsbane.
yeah, yeah. So, so she's like, "Oh, I know what it is. I got this."
And we get the
And
impression that Ghost has like a really active imagination, which she does.
mm-hmm,
Um, she's apparently not allowed to read comics, but which is why she's hiding them, and probably for good reason, as it comes to be in the story, I guess. I don't know how
yeah,
to explain that. Like, she has an overactive imagination.
yeah. That's kind of the gist of it.
And she does
She's
have a tendency to narrate everything in like a third person voice. Like when
mm-hmm.
something interesting is happening, she sort of like talks about it like she's just looking down, which she kind of is sometimes when she's looking down on people from the vents.
Yeah, she's so squirrely. I love it.
She's so
Uh,
weird. Oh,
so
Ghost, you're so
yeah,
weird.
she's so quirky, you know. Lighting your grandma on fire is so quirky. Spoilers, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna get there, so.
I don't know. I'm not a good person at telling when a movie is too obvious with the foreshadowing, because I almost always miss it in movies. Like, you could be making a movie for children and I will just totally like, oh, okay, the plot twist totally got me, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how well foreshadowed it was. I mean, looking
Well,
back, I'm like, oh yeah, that's obviously because this and that, but I don't know if it was that obvious.
I realized, I was like, oh, okay, because she was like, I think Ghost said something along the lines of like, oh, grandma took like 27 minutes to burn, which is like
Yeah.
oddly specific, you know, like that she
Yeah.
like would know these specific minutes. So I was like,
I was like,
something
why'd you
is
let her
suspect
burn for
here.
that long, Ghost?
Right, yeah, also that too, yeah.
We do get hints, which is really only from Ghost's perspective, or from what Ghost says. So we don't know how accurate it is, but we do get hints that the grandma may have been abusive to her in some way, or at least have been like really controlling. And we're not
Hmm.
like sure how much of that is true because Ghost lies about things.
Yeah.
So it's like, did Ghost light her grandma on fire because her grandma has been pushing her to the edge, or did she do that because she's just a freak?
Yeah, yeah. It seems like she has some control things going on.
Yeah, I
Um,
think there was some honesty in like she's not allowed to read comics, and I forget what else she wasn't allowed to do besides eat gluten, which is like an allergy thing.
yeah. Well, it was read comics, watch horror movies, and eat gluten, I think. So I think like
Yeah.
the essence was like she's like really sheltered or whatever. Um, I guess
And
it
judging
seems
by
so.
the house, like where the grandma's house is in the woods, is like really isolated, I think, which is probably
Hmm.
not a great environment to get her out of her head, so to speak.
Hmm.
But, I don't
Yeah.
think that is a recipe for burning your grandma alive.
Right. Almost certainly not.
Yeah.
Uh, um, it is almost certainly, almost invariably not excusable to burn your grandma alive. I'm putting down the official fear banning statement on that is please don't burn
Don't
your
burn
grandma
your
alive.
grandma. That's the new ending
Um,
statement for fear baiting. Don't burn your grandma.
don't burn your grandma. Um, it's just a good thing to like remember. Just
Just
like
remember not to burn your grandma.
you like get a little bracelet, like a "What would Jesus do" bracelet, but it's just like
What
don't burn
wouldn't
your
Ghost
grandma.
do?
What wouldn't ghosts do?
Don't do what Ghost would do.
Right. Um, so they so Ghost and Bridget are talking, and Ghost is like, "I can get you out of here, no prob."
Yeah.
And Bridget's like, "All right." So she they move to like through the vents to the like abandoned part of the facility, which is like all run down and like destroyed and
Under
shit.
construction, basically.
Yeah,
Which, to
yeah.
be fair, I was in a place that had the half the building like abandoned, so
Yeah.
that's not uncommon, but it's still
No.
like too
It's a bit
easily
spooky.
accessible, I think.
Yeah.
Once again, speaking to like the really lax security in this place.
Mhm.
But I mean, to be fair, the one of the people running the place was the one letting people back there
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, it's they're running a tight ship over there, which so hats off to them for it. Absolutely. Um
Oh, and like before I forget, like Ghost has like as what she says is an understanding with this guy who trades sexual favors for drugs with the other patients.
mhm.
So she knows that's going on, and she's kind of like she just turns an eye, like she turns a side eye to it. I guess
Yeah.
because he also lets her do whatever she wants,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I think she may have like I think she had some kind of like a crush on him or something.
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because what was the reason
Um
why she did what she did to him later?
yeah. Um so
But anyway,
well
they go to
she's
escape.
yeah, they go to escape. And they find Beth Ann there, which is another patient that we've like seen a couple times. She's like the mean girl there, I
Oh,
guess.
they're all mean girls, I guess, but
They're
she's
all
pretty
mean girls.
mean.
Yeah. Oh, because like they're all throwing pennies at Ghost's head. Like, okay, fine, sure. And Bridget like pins Beth Ann to the wall and is just like, "I'll throw you at her head." And
Yeah.
Bridget's like, and Ghost is like, "Fuck yeah," about all of it. Um, so they find Beth Ann there, and like they're all just like, she's like getting high off of something.
Bridget finds her there, and then Beth Ann gets werewolfed by the werewolf, who
Yep,
got in that part of the building.
yep. um,
I'd also earlier killed Ghost's dog.
oh yeah, that's right. And Ghost just carries around the decapitated head of her dog and just like shows it to Bridget, like, "Did you do this?" And Bridget's like, "What the fuck? No." Like,
I can't move through walls. She's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, 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 fair. Oddly, not as broken up about her dog's death as she could be. Maybe another
Right.
sign that she's a little bit weird.
Yeah, she's more just like annoyed by the fact that the dog is dead.
She's like, oh,
Um,
dog.
yeah, I'm like, "I didn't do anything to you. This is a perfectly good dog, and now it's dead, and now I have to deal with the fact that
My
it's dead."
perfectly good dog. That is exactly how she thinks of it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so so they get the hell out of Dodge. They steal a car, and like you said before, Ghost drives, and I remember just like passively watching the movie at that point, and then I was like, "Wait, hold on, how old is this young woman?
I like, why
How
is
is she
Bridget not driving? And then I was like,
right?"
you know what? Actually, I don't know if Bridget ever got a chance to get her license because
Yeah,
the events of the first movie were around. I'm not sure if she was around 16 or so, but probably at a time when she could have been getting that, but
hmm,
other shit was happening. Like her sister was
right.
turning into a werewolf,
Yeah,
and she was
typical
on foot.
teenage stuff.
Yeah,
Kind of like throws a wrench in the
puberty.
hole. Yeah, we're all going through changes in our lives around
Yeah,
that age. Some of us are turning into like monsters. Um, yeah,
some of us are burning grandma.
yeah. Some, you know what? Yeah, and it just be like
Don't
that.
burn grandma.
Don't do it. I don't. It's tempting sometimes. I understand, but there's always a
Oh
better
my
way
gosh. You can
than burning
always do
grandma.
something else than burning
Yeah,
grandma.
there's like, you could pick up knitting, or maybe
Yeah.
crochet.
Or,
Those
you know
are,
what? Ghost calls her grandma Barbara also.
yeah.
She doesn't call her grandma, she just calls her Barbara.
Hmm.
And then, like, when Bridget asks her about this later when they get to that house, she's like, why does she call you Ghost? And she's like, because I made sad sounds, and she had this book on psychology where she thought I would do that less if she called me ghost or something like that. And I'm not sure if that's true either, but it sounds like it could have been something that a grandma does.
Yeah.
If she had like weird ideas about parenting.
Yeah. um
Still not enough to drive you to burn your grandma.
No, no, no. You could
it's just in the realm of plausible.
You could pick up an instrument.
Absolutely.
If you wanted to. That's another alternative to burning grandma. Mm-hmm. Get a cat.
Get a cat.
Don't burn the cat.
Don't burn the cat.
Don't burn the cat. So they eventually get back to the house, Ghost's grandma's house, Barbara's house, and they just kind of dick around there for a while while Bridget tries to figure out how to inject herself with wolfsbane because she doesn't have needles.
Yeah.
And
Ghost sets about kind of getting power back on in the house. It's a pretty remote location, so it has a generator. Seems like everything is kind of like a rural setup where it's got like a septic tank and stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So all she needs to do is put gas in the generator to set it up again, and it's pretty dusty because she hasn't been there in a while because she burned her grandma.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not over that.
No, it's like a lot. Okay, so I will actually so the video I was watching broke like for the last 10 minutes, but then I got it working again, but I was like, oh shit, I won't be able to watch the last 10 minutes of this movie, so I like read the synopsis of it, and I was like, burnt grandma. I was like, what the fuck? Ghost?
What the fuck, Ghost?
Actually, like, the whole last 10 minutes, I was like, this is so batshit crazy. Like, the last 10 minutes of the movie is like,
she turns.
Like a full paragraph. Yeah.
It's really interesting because it starts out like Bridget has gained a little... Ghost has pretty much gained a little bit of trust with Bridget in that, like, Bridget's not as... I don't know, like, hyper aware around her. Like, she sort of starts to think of her as a sister, which is an interesting kind of parallel to the first movie, because she's had a sister that turned on her, basically. But she was trying to protect pretty much the whole movie, and now she's got, like, this younger girl, assumedly younger, who she obviously doesn't want to hurt, been turning to a werewolf, and she knows that she's turning.
Right.
And she's trying to stave it off, but she's like, listen, you can't hang around me forever. And she's like...
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. Which seems nice at the time. It's like, oh, Ghost. I mean, you could totally, like, just bounce and leave this werewolf girl. But I know you won't, because that's interesting shit to you.
Yeah. And then, Bridget eventually, like, figures out, like, I'll just, like, drop water, I dropped the
wolfsbane the eyedroppers.
Yeah. It's like, sure. Fine. It seems to go over just fine, so whatever. And then she runs out, I think, and they have to call Trevor, which was
Travis?
Who's Travis?
I don't know.
Travis.
It sounds like yeah, I think it's Travis.
Travis.
Maybe.
Okay.
Tyler.
Okay.
Tyler, it's Tyler.
It's Tyler?
I think it's Tyler.
Okay.
I'm sure this time.
Okay, I'm popping up. I trust you, but I just wanted, like, it is Tyler. You were right.
Farts.
It's Dick. Sir Dick Farts comes over, and because, like, she's, like, all out of, like, her, like, wolfsbane stuff, and he's got the rest of it because I don't know how much she had on her at the time.
She had a few bottles.
Yeah, a fair amount.
And she didn't use all of those in the hospital when he gave some of that to her.
Yeah. So he comes over, and he's, like, cool with it now, I guess. Like, he doesn't really take his job very seriously. I think he's mostly in it for the power trip, which is fun and cool.
Yeah.
He's not a great guy.
No.
But he's not... Okay, so he's not a great guy, but we as the audience later is expected to feel, like, empathy towards him.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, okay, well, he's kind of getting... I mean...
I don't feel bad for him even when, like... Okay, so what happens is, like... First of all, Ghost has this, like, little attic where she's pasted up little cutouts of her comic book characters. And she kind of talks about how she gives them different powers to make them stronger or whatever, which is cool. Like, that's a cool hobby, Ghost. Better than burning your grandma. I wish you would have stuck to that.
Right, yeah, you had something good going there.
Yeah, and oh, and she tells a funny story about how her grandma got burned. First, she tells Bridget that she was hanging up Christmas lights because there's Christmas lights all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
and that she had she turned them on, and like one of them lit on fire, and then she tried to stop, drop, and roll and got all of them tangled up on her, which was like, and Bridget's like, wow, that's fucked up, and she's like, no, I'm shitting you, she just went to bed with a cigarette, which is something that Bridget learns is not true later. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, she's up in this attic thing, and Tyler, is Tyler right?
Tyler, yep. Mm-hmm.
Tyler comes over, and I forget what the conversation they had was. Do you remember? Um, I think
Between
she's, yeah. Tyler and Ghost have a conversation.
well, I know like the main tension between Tyler and Ghost is the fact that like Ghost is worried about Tyler taking Ghost like Bridget away from her, and
Yeah.
like Ghost is like
Oh,
possessive.
that may have been like her motivation, perhaps. But for as for what she does to him, so they have a scene where he like comes up behind her and he tries to talk in third person to like emulate her thing, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Oh, that's you're talking in third person. That's weird." But then she does it again,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
so Bridget comes up later, and she's like kind of crouched on the ground, and it's pretty much implied that he like assaulted her.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
she comes up to Tyler. I swear to God, I'm having such trouble with his name.
Yeah.
Dick Shits. She comes up to
Dick
Dick
shits.
Shits, and he's got like
Mm-hmm.
scratches on his face, and he's just like, okay, it's I swear Ghost thinks I'm like one of her cartoon characters, and I don't know why she did this to me. And she's like, I wonder why she would have done that. And she's like holding a pair of pliers, scissors, something sharp behind her back, like
Something.
she's gonna kill
Uh
him.
huh.
But
Mm-hmm.
then she's like, no, and I'm like, really, you're gonna have your like moral uh questioning about killing a guy when it's this guy. But then she takes him out to the shed. She's like, I need help getting more gas into the generator. So he goes out there with her. And then she's like, there's consequences for your actions, which is something that he tells her earlier in the movie when she gives him lip about his weird sexual favor thing.
Yeah.
She locks him out, and he gets killed by the werewolf,
Yep.
which is
So
good.
yeah,
Make no mistake, it's good. I hate him.
he's
I
a
hate
bad
the him.
person. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if we mentioned this before, but before he gets killed, like helps her shoot up, like in the house, and like she has like a really violent reaction to the whole thing,
Yeah,
and
she like
then
her body rejects the stuff, the wolf's bane.
yeah, and then he calls Alice, and so Alice is on her way. Which I don't even know if we mentioned Alice before. She's the one who runs this whole shit. Um, she's the one who gives like Bridget the tour at the whole
She's
beginning
kind
of the
of a
thing.
shady character. She's she does have a history of her own uh drug addiction, which is I guess why
Hmm.
she's running this place, but also she does like some shady things to get funding and whatever. So she's like a
Hmm.
morally gray character in the background of it. It's definitely not as bad as like Tyler.
Yeah, I would say she's probably the least morally gray of everyone.
Yeah.
Which is not to say
She's
she's like lawful good or whatever, but you know,
I do have like a kind of uh inherent distrust towards like psychiatric professionals, I think,
that's
which
fair.
kind of
That's
colors
fair.
my impression of her is like, oh fuck
No,
this bitch, you
no,
know.
totally. I totally get that.
Even though she
Um,
probably isn't as bad as like some of them are.
yeah, no, that's fair. I think that's valid. um,
I think she is
so
definitely just trying to run an institution.
yeah. Hmm. So she's on her way. So they're all just trying to deal with that. Bridget is undergoing serious transformation stuff
Like she's
at
getting
this
hairy.
point.
Things are getting hairy.
She's Things are getting hairy. Her mouth is getting all shitty and puckered, which I hated to look at.
I know
Um,
that was bad.
I'm like,
I didn't like that. You know, in the first movie, Ginger's face got all like weird and like wrinkly, and like it just got like weird. and but her mouth, I don't think her mouth did that. I'm not sure, because she, like, her transformation happened pretty quickly. Like,
Sure.
she got an angry looking face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think her mouth did that. It was weird. Ugh.
It's not like an
It's not
attractive
good.
look.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
and her
that
teeth
it's,
are all fucked up.
I'm not sure that it's werewolfy, so to speak, but
No.
it is monstrous, to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be blue here, but it just kind of looked like a butthole a little bit.
It does. She got booty mouth.
Oh no, yeah, she does. Oh dear. Well.
Well, at least there's one funny thing about this movie. I don't know. And all of this, like, horrible, like, stuff that happens to her in this movie.
Yeah.
That's
At
funny.
least her mouth looked like a butthole for a little bit.
So she's got this weird mouth, and she's looking at a frog on the wall.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it says, "Don't smoke or I will croak." And she's just staring at it. It took me, like, a bit to, like, figure out why she was staring at that. I was like, I thought, like, are you having a moment, Bridget? Are you just really angry at this frog? But then I was like, oh yeah, Ghost said that her grandma went to bed with a cigarette. And she obviously doesn't smoke, or she got shit like that up in her house. Oh, pizza's
Right.
here.
Ooh.
But yeah, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Bridget has this realization that Ghost has lied to her, probably at least about that thing, probably more.
Right.
And this pisses her off because she totally got a dude killed for her.
So, also the fact that she set her grandma on fire, like, yeah, that's kind of like a
Yeah.
legitimate thing to get, like,
I'm sure
hey,
Bridget
what
is
the
like,
fuck?
hey, why did you set your grandma on fire?
Right. So she punches. Okay, Alice is here by now.
Oh, yeah.
First, a Ghost shoots at Alice with a shotgun, but does
They
not hit
set
her.
up a trap for the werewolf. The dude werewolf that's still hanging around. He's basically tracking Bridget because he wants to mate with her. And, so he can smell her pretty much wherever she goes.
Yeah.
And at this point, Tyler has called Alice, and they have, like, a trap in the basement, I suppose. They have, like, a mattress full of, like, sharp knives and stuff where they're gonna have that thing, like, fall down there, basically.
Yeah.
So Bridget's,
And they're gonna set it on fire and
Bridget's
shit.
just sitting there in the dining room, I guess, waiting for it. And Ghost sets up with the shotgun, and she hears, like, something coming through the door, and that's Alice.
Yeah. She has a really bad shot because she shoots 3 times, I think, at Alice and does not hit once. Like, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's, like, not far. It's not, like, it's, like, pretty close range. I don't know.
I have no
Fuck you,
idea
Ghost, for your
how
bad
much experience.
marksmanship.
I don't know how much experience she's had with guns.
Yeah, that's
Probably
fair.
more than none, I would say, knowing her. But maybe she's scared. I don't know.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not actually mad at her for being a bad shot.
Yeah. It's not important. Why am I stuck on this? Who cares? Anyway, werewolf come. He's here.
So he's here. So Alice has the shotgun now because, like, they had an altercation and, like,
She's like, why'd you shoot me?
Yeah. And, like, aimed it at, she's got it aimed at Bridget, but then, like, the werewolf is in this bitch, and Bridget's looking all fucked up, and they tussle, the two of them, while Alice and Ghost are in the attic, trying not to fucking die.
Yeah.
And
Alice is just sort of like, why are you shooting at me? You have, like, weird delusions. And then there's actually a werewolf, and she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. So Bridget, like, hits the werewolf, like, a bunch of times. This is, like, a really long scene. She's just, like, bashing this werewolf in the head with, like, I think, like, a tea kettle or something like that.
I mean, it's extremely cool. I love it when Bridget fight a werewolf.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but it
does
like,
take a while.
A good, like, dozen, like, knocks on the head and, like, good squelches, and I'm like, ugh.
Ugh. I mean, to be
I guess
fair, they do
it is.
heal.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah.
She's trying to make sure it's real good and dead, but it's not dead because she tries to drag it over to the trap, and it drags her down there with it.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Um, and then we have like well, does what happens to does Alice just leave
Alice
or
goes up to the trap because she's making to shoot the werewolf and like make sure
yeah,
it's dead. And she
right.
turns Bridget's like down there, and so she turns to Ghost, and Ghost kills her with a hammer and pushes
Uh-huh.
her down there because she
Uh-huh.
never wanted Alice to be there in the first place.
Right.
And
Mhm.
she's obviously got no qualms about killing a bitch.
Right. I mean, yeah. She set her grandma on fire.
And Bridget
Uh,
comes up the stairs. She's still alive. She's like bloody, but she won. And she's
mhm.
kind of like really bad. She looks bad. She looks like
Right.
she's about to be wolf. And she's like, "Kill me," cuz now Ghost has got the shotgun, and Ghost just kind of pulls her hand off the ledge and just gently pushes her back down there and closes
Yeah.
the door on her.
Yep. Um and then we get
I was like, "Oh shit." Ghost.
like a yeah, I know. We get like a later shot of like Ghost narrating to herself about like and like the basement like trapdoor thing. It's like banging because Bridget's trying to get the fuck out. Yeah, exactly.
Bridget's down there.
Uh,
She's a wolf now.
yeah, she's like full werewolf at this point. And Ghost is up in her room and being all
She
like,
has a sign up in her house that says "Welcome home, Barbara," and I cannot imagine Barbara coming home to that.
yeah,
Or why
um,
Barbara would have allowed herself to be. I don't know. Maybe she's not in a state to take care of herself anymore or whatever.
yeah,
But she's probably real scared.
yeah, Jesus.
Poor bird
Um,
grandma.
because Ghost is fully intending, and she narrates this to us, to like use Bridget to like attack anyone who she doesn't like, who comes through the door.
Pretty much
So
all her
like,
enemies, as she said, and she has many. And she's
yeah,
like, "Yeah,
yeah,
you're a person who burns grandmas."
right. The enemies are justified. You don't burn grandma.
Yeah, I mean,
You just don't.
I love what she does with the comic book stuff when she's narrating this, because the whole time she's been pasting, like she's been splicing together little comic book characters into like new ones. Like she has one.
Mhm.
It's called Burned Barbara, which
A
a
little
little
on
on
the
the
nose,
nose. It's called Burned Barbara, and she's like, I took away her nerve ending, so she doesn't feel pain. So she's just like a lady that's on fire.
yeah.
And now she made one for Bridget, and like Bridget's like, are you gonna make like a are you making one for me? Like, is there another power that you're gonna give me? And she's like, well, what do you want? She's like, time. And she's like, that one's tricky. And
Yeah.
so like later, I guess Bridget has turned into this character in her comics that has Ghost herself with a shotgun, kind of like having her on a leash. So she's basically her pet or something.
Yeah. Um,
Real fucked up.
Ghost has control problems.
She does. Ghost is
Just a little
like,
bit.
ooh.
No. I'm Ghost.
I love Ghost as a character though, because it's just so
Same. Oh,
it's
absolutely.
just so fucked up.
Yeah, no, she's really interesting. She was definitely the driving force of this movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, so yeah, that's the film. Oh yeah, and at the end we hear a knock at the door, and it's like, oh,
I was like, oh,
there's a,
mailman,
it's, it's,
here's werewolf.
yeah. Um, so that's the whole movie, the entire goddamn thing.
Yep.
So let's rate this bitch. Um, on a scale of 0 to 5, booty mouths.
Oh God.
What do you give
I don't like to think
Ginger
about
Snaps
that.
to? You know what? You said it originally, so
I
it's
did.
you have to face the music,
Oh, booty
Luca.
It could have been burned grandmas,
Oh, could have been Burned Grandmas,
but now it's booty mouth. All right.
but now it's yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I rated the first one, and I'm not sure which one I like better. I like this movie, but it's like a totally different movie. Not totally, but it's quite a different movie from what the first one was. I
Mm-hmm.
recommend that you watch the first one.
Okay, because had like the first one recommended to me separately of this podcast, so like
Because I think that you would really like it, and I'm sure
yeah.
other people have noticed that too. It's a movie you would like, I think.
Cool. Yeah. Um,
Oh.
so what are your thoughts?
I'll give it a 3.5 booty mouth.
That's really generous. That's way more generous than I'm going to be with this movie.
I liked a lot of things about it, but there's a lot of things that I didn't like about it. And now I'm not sure how high I rated the other one, but I don't know.
Stick with your guns, yo.
Okay. Yeah, it's I like it, and I don't like some of it. And that's a 3.5.
Mm-hmm. I think I mentioned my main problem with this movie at the beginning of the podcast, that things just kind of happen in the movie. The main arc is the fact that like Bridget is transforming. But they just like it just happens in different locations, you know? So
it never gets resolved because there is no resolution to her being a werewolf. It's just happening.
Yeah, So I'm gonna give this one a 2.5 out of 5 booty hole mouths.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not a 3?
Not a 3. Maybe, you know what? Maybe a 3. There's a 3 for Ghost.
A 3 for Ghost. Don't burn your grandma.
Don't fucking do it, yo.
I'd say it was fun to watch.
It's definitely a fun movie.
Certain parts, I think certain parts are a little bit squicky. I would definitely give like a huge, very encompassing content warning for this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that wasn't in the first one that was kind of surprising, but also not. Once I got into the meat of the movie, I'm like, oh, it's this kind of movie now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, there's some shit. Some shit definitely does go down. We talked about most of it. So, with that being said, how about we move into recommendations? Do you have something in mind you want to go off with first?
Or shit. I thought about this.
Would you like me to go first and buy you some time?
Yeah. Shit,
okay.
I gotta think about it.
All right, it's all good. So I haven't been on in a while, so I don't know if this has been recommended by anyone else. But I've been So I watched The Good Place when it was airing, and it's like done, not completely, but the season's done. Anyway, The Good Place is good. It is about the afterlife, and it's an interesting take on it, and it has some. The performances are really strong. The tone is really, really fun. The characters are all really well developed and enjoyable, and it's really fucking funny too. So I would say I'm gonna recommend The Good Place, and if you've not already been spoiled for it, be patient with it, and at least make it through the first season before you make any final judgments on it. So that's my recommendation this week.
Yeah, I can't remember what I've heard about that series. I almost said movie.
TV show, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what I've heard except that there's a bad place. I think
there is a bad place, and
which
a good
pretty
place.
Vague. Not much of a spoiler.
Yeah, it's not much.
I can't think of anything recent that I've been into, but I have been keeping up with some webcomics.
Sure.
So I'll recommend Monster Pulse, which is a webcomic. It's about basically these kids, and some weird science shit happens with a shady organization, and each of them individually have monsters attached to them that are basically their own organs turned into like a sentient form.
Sure.
Like not speaking form, but like it's thinking and feeling and stuff.
Interesting.
So it's still functionally their organs, but it's also its own character, I guess. And so they have like their own drama and teenager stuff and shady organization stuff. But it's really good because there's some like real shit in there, but it's not like too dark. Not definitely
Sure.
not nearly as dark as this movie, but it's still
Right. It's a good
themes
barometer.
themes like trauma or grieving and stuff.
Sure.
It's good. I really like it. It's been consistently good. The art style has only improved. It's got a pretty diverse cast. It's good.
Cool. Cool. Right on. Awesome. So, let's get into some questions related to this movie. We have one this week because I kind of forgot that that's a thing we do. I'm
Yeah.
kind of.
To be honest,
I'm
so
kind
did I.
Yeah. It's been a grip for me. But we did get one in from at What Is Cosplay on Twitter, who asks, does Ginger eat a biscuit? Which is a cookie because British things, or Australian? I'm not sure. And what are your favorite types of cookies? Ginger's not a big. Neither cookies nor ginger are particularly big in this movie. So there's unfortunately no cookie
No,
eating.
and she doesn't eat any cookies in this movie.
But
she's mostly just a dead hallucination. Sorry.
yep. To be an intimidating force.
I
But
think
as
you
far
would
as
like
favorite,
Ginger though.
I would like Ginger.
Yeah, she's an
I think
interesting
so.
character in her own right, and
Yeah, I
there's a
definitely
reason
liked
the
her.
movie's named after her.
I
Besides the
definitely
pun.
yeah, I definitely liked her fashion decisions she made
yeah.
and her hallucination
She's
form. I
like
was like,
so
wow.
goth.
I know, but that kind of like early 2000s, late 90s goth. That's like a lot
Yes.
of browns and shit that I really fuck with.
That's where this. That's when this movie was like made, I think. So it's
hmm
definitely around that era. They got it.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
cookies. What were you? What was the question about cookies?
What's your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. Chocolate chip. I'm boring.
You know, you can't go wrong with something like that.
I like a lot of different kinds of cookies.
Me too. It's hard to say. Like, I will not turn down a cookie. Basically, if you offer it to me, even if it's oatmeal raisin, I still fuck heavily with that shit.
Yeah, I'll eat an oatmeal raisin.
Yeah, I made some fabulous over Christmassy times. I made some fabulous uh, lavender shortbread cookies that kicked my ass. If anyone is looking for like a cool recipe to make that makes a really good cookie, any sort of herbal shortbread cookie is gonna kick your ass. It's so good.
Really?
I want to make an Earl Grey one too. They're really good. So
That's cool.
yeah. I don't bake
made
that often, but
meringue cookies a while ago, and I forgot the recipe that I used because I kind of cobbled it together from stuff online because none of them worked, and I did it like 3 or 4 times.
sure. I think that's the essence of baking, though. You know.
Yeah. But I did it right once, and that's what counts.
Yep. So hats off to you. So thank you all so much for joining us this week. We will be back next week with Jasmine Marsh. I'm not sure which movie I'm watching with her, but I will be watching a movie with her and we'll be talking about it and stuff. But in the meantime, if you want to support the show, you can do so. Patreon.com/fearbaiting. Pop us a few dollars if you like. If you want to contact the show, you can do so. We have our Ask Box open on Tumblr, so fearbaiting.tumblr.com. You can add us on Twitter at fearbaiting, or you can email us at fearbaiting@gmail.com. All of those are viable options. If you want to hit up the hosts of the show, I'm going to plug Lulu as well, because she's not here. You can find me at Blair Kitsch on Twitter and on Tumblr. You can find Lulu at Gayest Lulu on Twitter.
I love it.
And I think it's good. And I think her URL on Tumblr is still chiesadonakas.tumblr.com. So you can find her both there. And would you like to plug anything, Luca?
I do have a public Twitter now. That's Minerva's Den, as in the BioShock DLC. I am probably most likely going to start a podcast soon with some friends of mine, and I think it's gonna be a podcast about watching magical girl animes, but we may get sidetracked from that and do something else eventually. Maybe after the series that we're gonna watch is over, because we were kind of like, oh, there's so much stuff we want to talk about that's not just magical girls, and there's a lot of magical girl animes out there that I frankly don't want to watch all of.
Yeah.
Some of them are just
That's
bad.
cool though. Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna commit to at least one of the bit.
Cool. That's exciting.
So,
Everyone's got podcasts. That's fun.
To be announced on that one, but I think it's gonna be called Magical Spellcast. So yeah, and more developments on that one later.
Yeah, watch the space.
I'll definitely post about it on my Twitter.
Sure.
The public
Cool.
one.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you all again. See you next week. But until then, I am Blair. I have been Blair and will continue to be Blair.
Yes, I'm Luca.
And remember,
don't burn your grandma.
Don't burn your grandma, but also the other one.
Also, you can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Night, everyone.